not trying to rush it all. Screens glow soft, a steady hue, not pulling focus, holding it true. The doorbell rings, then settles down. A late train hums beyond the town. Nothing here is running fast, but nothing's built to pass. I don't fight the length of time, I let it stretch, I let it wind. Every second earns its place without a need to chase. The lights are still on for a reason, I'm not done with this hour yet. The night can wait outside the window, there's more I haven't said. The lights are still on for a reason, not to wake me, not to hide. I stay clear in this quiet season with my thoughts still open wide. Cups are empty, filled again, a ritual that never ends. Someone types, then stops to think, a pause balanced on the brink. The room holds steady, warm and plain, no echo heavy with refrain. Just a place where minds can stay longer than the day. No drifting off, no closing scene, no need to soften what I mean. Everything remains intact, nothing here is abstract. The lights are still on for a reason, I can feel it in my chest. This isn't where I fade or loosen, this is focused rest. The lights are still on for a reason, every thought is sharp but kind. I'm not chasing inspiration, I'm letting it find me in time. If I leave, the work remains. If I stay, it's much the same. Nothing waits for me to break, nothing bends for me to wake. There's a strength in staying still, not from force, but from will. Just the calm that lets me choose what I keep and what I lose. Outside fades to deeper tones, inside feels like neutral ground. Not the end, not the start, just the center of the dark. I read lines I didn't write, make them clearer in this light. Every thought finds its shape without escape. No dreams knocking at the door, no pull towards something more. Breathing even, vision clear, I'm fully here. The lights are still on for a reason, and I trust the way they glow. They don't push me toward the ceiling, they don't pull me low. The lights are still on for a reason, I remain, I don't resist. This night allows a quiet focus that I don't wanna miss. Holds a gentle frame, nothing sharp, nothing unnamed. Time feels open wide and slow, ready now to gently go. Hands are steady on the table, everything feels calm and stable. No distraction in the air, just enough to settle here. Light moves quietly across, not a gain and not a loss. I begin without a sign, let the hours fall in line. There's no pressure in this space, only rhythm, only pace. I don't force the day to form, let it rise the way it wants. With steady hands and clear hours, morning moves with gentle power. Nothing urgent pulls me fast, focus feels designed to last. I remain where effort flows, not too quick and not too slow. Steady hands, the hours clear. This is where I stay, right here. Coffee cools but still feels right, like the calm I've settled in. Outside shifts from shade to light, inside nothing needs to spin. Tasks appear but don't compete, each one waits its turn to speak. I approach them one by one, nothing lost and nothing won. I don't count the minutes down, let them move without a sound. Morning keeps a quiet rule, stay aligned and stay cool. With steady hands and clear hours, with gentle power. Nothing urgent pulls me fast, focus feels designed to last. I remain where effort flows, not too quick and not too slow. Steady hands, the hours clear. This is where I stay, right here. Work unfolds a simple way, no resistance, no delay. I can feel the rhythm hold, like a pattern soft and bold. Breathing, even posture light, attention stays within sight. In this calm my thoughts align, ready now to spend the time. I don't need a sudden change, no sharp shift or rearrange. Every small and steady move builds a focus I can use. Light remains and so do I, neither rushing, neither shy. Morning gives what I require, clear attention, quiet fire. With steady hands and clear hours, morning moves with gentle power. Nothing urgent pulls me fast, focus feels designed to last. I remain where effort flows, not too quick and not too slow. Steady hands, the hours clear. This is where I stay, right here. Morning holds me firm and calm, nothing forced and nothing gone. Hours pass the steady way, clear and focused I will stay. The window opens just a bit, a softer sound moves into it. The air shifts tone, but not too loud, like something forming from a cloud. The light is warmer than before, it rests in corners near the door. No sudden change, no sharp surprise, just quiet growth before my eyes. The morning breeze a little more than it was breathing just before. I feel it in the smallest way, a subtle start to what's today. The air begins to stir, and I don't resist. A gentle kind of motion that doesn't insist. stir, and I let it move. Not fast, not slow, just enough to improve. The air begins to stir without a demand, and I remain steady, exactly where I stand. The table holds a warmer shade. The pale of dawn begins to fade. The silence shifts but doesn't break. It bends instead of starts to shake. A distant sound beyond the wall, a faint reminder of it all. The world is waking somewhere near, but it hasn't entered here. I don't brace for what will grow. I let the gentle current flow. The day expands in quiet lines without collapsing what is mine. The air begins to stir, and so do I. Not rushing toward, not asking why. The air begins to stir, and I remain inside the warmth without a strain. The air begins to stir, and I don't fall behind. I simply move at morning's kind. The stillness doesn't disappear. It lingers softly, stays near. It changes shape but keeps its tone, like something calm that's overgrown. I'm not pulled forward, not pushed through. The motion feels both old and new. A steady rise, a softened start. The day unfolding part by part. The air begins to stir, and I stay clear. The smallest shift feels sincere. The air begins to stir, and I don't chase. I let the morning set the pace. Oh, the room is warmer than before. The light rests longer on the floor. The quiet hasn't gone away. It's simply learned how to sway.
Hey, drop that needle. Yeah.
Needle hits and the room turns gold. Stories in the rhythm fold. Coffee cups and daylight shine. Baseline sweet and right on time. Laughter rising near the bar. Sunlight dancing on the jar. Everything feels light and bright, like it's built for this vibe. Don't overthink, just let it spin. Feel that sugar settling in. Sugar on the vinyl, sweet and kind of vital. We don't need a reason why. Let the groove fly. Sugar on the vinyl, feel it in the spiral. Every heartbeat in design, right on time. It's tick-tick-tock, talking slick. Hi-hat ticking quick. Footsteps step into the beat. Energy in every seat. Steam rising in the light, and everything feels right. City noise, but we don't mind. We're in our own time. Stay with it, let it glide. Feel that rhythm side to side. Sugar on the vinyl, sweet and kind of vital. We don't need a reason why. Let the groove fly. Sugar on the vinyl, feel it in a spiral. Every heartbeat in design, right on time. Low bass, bright tone. This place feels like home. Feels like home, home, home. Sugar on the vinyl, sweet and kind of vital. We don't need a reason why. Let the groove fly. Sugar on the vinyl, feel it in a spiral. Every heartbeat in design, right on time. Sugar on the vinyl, let it spin. Sugar on the vinyl,
Sunlight, let it shine. Yeah. Sunlight on the countertop, golden beams that never stop. Coffee cups in tidy rows, feel that rhythm as it flows. Door swings open, laughter light, everything feels just right. Baseline walking smooth and clean, right in between. Don't hold back, let it sway, feel that pulse lead the way. Sunlight on the counter, let the rhythm surround you. We don't need to move too fast, make the feeling last. Sunlight on the counter, every beat is louder. Feel that groove beneath your feet, perfect kind of heat. Yeah. Gilded chords and tapping shoes, nothing here to lose. Steam rising in the glow, city moving slow. Head not steady to the sound, energy all around. Every second feels aligned, right here in time. Stay with it, let it ride, feel the low and side to side. Sunlight on the counter, let the rhythm surround you. We don't need to move too fast, make the feeling last. Sunlight on the counter, every beat is louder. Feel that groove beneath your feet, perfect kind of heat. No rush, no race, just that swing in this place. In this place. Sunlight on the counter, let the rhythm surround you. We don't need to move too fast, make the feeling last. Sunlight on the counter, every beat is louder. Feel that groove beneath your feet.
Morning settles wide and slow, nothing extra left to show. Light is even, air is free, the air holds everything I need. I don't frame what's already here, everything feels calm and near. The desk is still, the screen is clear, nothing urgent enters here. Light rests softly on the page, same calm tone, the same calm stage. I don't lift and I don't weigh, let the air hold up the day. There's no pressure I must feel, nothing here demands a seal. I don't grip and I don't care, everything is held by air. The air holds everything, no collapse and no pulling. I don't is how the morning stays. Coffee rests beside my hand like it understands the plan. Outside hums in distant tone, inside stays completely known. Thoughts appear then gently rest. Nothing here needs to be pressed. I don't gather, I don't choose. Let them move the way they move. I don't support and I don't brace. Morning holds its own calm space. Nothing here needs engineering. The air holds everything. The air holds everything. No collapse and no pulling. I don't hurry, I don't wait. Everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. The air holds everything. This is how the morning stays. Work continues smooth and light. No resistance left inside. I remain with what is near, not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light. Attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly see support exists naturally. I don't need to build a frame. This alignment stays the same. Every quiet moment spent keeps the balance permanent. Light remains and so do I. Neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays, held in soft and open ways. The air holds everything. No collapse and no pulling. I don't hurry, I don't wait. Everything aligns its way. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. The air holds everything. This is how the morning stays. Morning keeps the even tone. Nothing heavy, nothing thrown. Calm remains, the work goes on. The air holds everything at dawn.
The attention stays arranged. No spill, no spread. It lines itself and stays ahead. The desk feels steady, unchanged. A screen, a note, a workable range. Nothing asking me to widen view. Nothing breaking what I do. Outside the street holds warmer light. Still measured, still right. The city aligns its movement, not loud. I don't gather extra focus, I don't strain. I let attention stay arranged in frame. There's no drift inside the moment, no cue to roam. Everything remains positioned at home. The attention stays arranged, I stay. I move through the late afternoon this way. No, I'm scattering intention, no change. The attention stays arranged and works. It works. Screens glow neutral, gently warm. Messages arrive with form. They don't
pull attention sideways, they pass. Keys repeat a measured line, not rush, not slow. The order inside the motion feels whole. Time doesn't loosen alignment, it assists. It lets the late afternoon continue consistent. If I lean in, the structure stays. If I pause, nothing sways. Everything keeps holding place as it plays. The attention stays arranged. I stay, I move through the late afternoon this way. No warm scattering intention, no change. The attention stays arranged and works. The cup is empty, focus firm. The air feels warm, still serviceable. I don't reorganize the feeling, it's fine. Outside clouds thin as they move, still no cue to stop, neither do I. I'm steady still, one small task, then one again. No cue to rearrange. This is how the late afternoon works, when focus stays set. I don't need attention wider, I don't need it tight. If it stays exactly ordered, I'm right. No rise, no fall, no scatter ranges, just focus. The attention stays arranged, I stay. I move through the late afternoon this way. No warm scattering intention, no change. The attention stays arranged and works. Stays arranged. I stay, stays arranged. The afternoon continues. Morning rest without a sign. Nothing drifts and nothing binds. Light is even, air is still. The calm stays where it will. I don't move what's settled well. Everything can quietly dwell. The desk is still, the screen is clear. Nothing urgent enters here. Light rests softly on the page. Same calm tone, the same calm stage. I don't push and I don't twist. Let the calm stay where it is. There's no pull I need to feel. Nothing here demands a deal. I don't chase and I don't chase. Let the calm remain in place. The calm stays where it is. No adjustment, nothing shifts. I don't hurry, I don't wait. Everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. The calm stays where it is. This is how the morning leaves. Coffee rests beside my hand, like it understands the plan. Outside hums in distant tone. Inside stays completely known. Thoughts appear, then gently rest. Nothing here needs to be pressed. I don't gather, I don't choose. Let them move the way they move.
I don't check what should improve. Morning stays exactly true. Nothing here needs emphasis. Let the calm stay where it is. The calm stays where it is. No adjustment, nothing shifts. I don't hurry, I don't wait. Everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. The calm stays where it is. This is how the morning leaves. Work continues smooth and light. No resistance left in sight. I remain with what is near. Not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light. Attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly see. Stillness works continuously. I don't need to draw a line. This alignment works in time. Every quiet moment spent keeps the balance permanent. Light remains and so do I. Neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays. Calm in countless subtle ways. The calm stays where it is. No adjustment, nothing shifts. I don't hurry, I don't wait. Everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. The calm stays where it is. This is how the morning lives. Morning holds the even tone. Nothing moved and nothing shown. Calm remains, the work goes on. The calm stays where it is at dawn. The light softens along the floor, not leaving, just asking less. Screens feel easier on the eyes. Thought settle into readiness. Cups cool down but stay in hand, like they understand the plan. Nothing pushes toward the close. The day just slows. No urgency inside my chest. No need to call this rest. Every sound grows slightly kind in time. The day begins to fold neatly without a sound. I don't rush to stack the hours or pin them down. The day begins to fold neatly, still away. I stay clear inside this calm and keep my shade. Conversations, lower tone, not fading, just more alone. A laugh lands, then steps aside, letting silence coincide. I reread work I nearly closed, find it better than I supposed. This is where the edits land, soft but planned. No fading edge, no heavy head, no wish to trade this for a bed. Everything remains aligned, refined. The day begins to fold neatly and I stay too. I don't disappear inside what it's turning into. The day begins to fold neatly, not the end. I remain awake, composed as hours bend. If the afternoon loosens grip, I don't let the focus slip. Nothing falls because it bends. Nothing breaks because it ends. There's a grace in finishing without needing everything just in the pool, they rest against the wall. The cafe hums a quieter truth, still present after all. I save my work without a rush, trusting what I've built is enough. This is where the evening waits at the gate. No drifting off, no closing eyes, no need to summarize. Breathing even, posture straight, aware, awake. The day begins to fold neatly, and that feels right. I don't vanish into the coming night. The day begins to fold neatly, I stay intact, I remain awake, aligned inside this act. The day folds, I stay. The light is clear against the wall, no shadow leaning tall. It stretches wide across the room, without a sense of doom. The air is warm, the air is bright, but gentle in its light. No strain beneath the rising tone, no edge I haven't known. I don't brace for what may start, I feel it steady in my heart. The morning stands in quiet grace, and I step into its space. The day feels possible, not loud, not bold, just quietly capable and gently told. The day feels possible in how I stand, not reaching far, just open-handed. The day feels possible, clear and wide, no weight to carry, nothing to hide. The sounds outside are fully grown, a living rhythm of their own, yet nothing presses at my pace, nothing I must race. I move through small, deliberate lines, measured steps, measured signs. The calm remains beneath the bright, a steady kind of light. I don't chase the rising hour, I don't borrow future power. The present feels enough for now, and I allow. The day feels possible without demand, not built on force, but where I stand. The day feels possible, balanced and clear, no hidden fear. The day feels possible, soft but strong, like it has been all along. The stillness hasn't disappeared, it's strengthened as it's cleared. A grounded warmth beneath my chest, a sense of quiet readiness. I'm not pushed forward by the light, I walk beside it upright. The brightness holds without a strain, and I remain. The day feels possible in morning air, a simple promise already there. The day feels possible, not rushed, not late, just open at a steady rate. The light is full, the tone refined, the calm is woven through my mind. The morning stands awake and kind, and the day feels possible. Morning breeze without a cue. Nothing calls and nothing's due. Time is open, clean and wide. I remain just where I am. The screen is bright but stays polite. No alert is asking twice. I sit calmly in the chair, knowing nothing needs repair. Light arrives in gentle waves, not demanding, just awake. I don't answer, I observe. Let the quiet keep its nerve. There's no question in this space, no request I have to face. I am ready, but I wait. Let the morning designate. The day hasn't asked me yet. Nothing urgent, nothing set. I remain where calm is kept. Fully awake, not over-prepped. Before the noise begins to form my existence steady norm. The day hasn't asked me yet, and that's exactly where I'm set. Coffee cools beside my hand, like the pace I understand. Outside brightens frame by frame. Inside nothing feels the same. Thoughts appear, then gently rest. Not a test and not a test. I don't label what I feel. Let it stay unforced and real. I don't lean into the rush. Morning doesn't need a push. Everything will speak in time when the signal feels aligned. The day hasn't asked me yet. Nothing urgent, nothing set. I remain where calm is kept. Fully awake, not over-prepped. Before the noise begins to form my existence steady norm. The day hasn't asked me yet, and that's exactly where I'm set. Tasks will come, but not just now. This is space I still allow. Breathing even, posture loose. I don't need to chase the use. Focus lives between the lines, not in clocks and not in signs. In this pause I find the tone that will carry me along. I don't need to anticipate. What arrives can kindly wait. Every quiet moment here builds a calm that stays sincere. Light remains and so do I. Neither early, neither late. This is how the morning holds. Presence first, then what unfolds. The day hasn't asked me yet. Nothing urgent, nothing set. I remain where calm is kept. Fully awake, not over-prepped. Before the noise begins to form my existence steady norm. The day hasn't asked me yet, and that's exactly where I'm set. Morning stands without demand. Open time at my command. When the day begins to speak, I'll respond from steady ground. seems calm and slow. Nothing sharp and nothing low. Light is steady, air is kind. Gentle hours fall in line. I don't notice time passing. It moves without ever asking. The desk remains, the screen is clear. Nothing urgent enters here. Light rests softly on the wall. Same soft shape, no call at all. I don't count what slips away. Let the hours stay this way. There's no need to mark the sound. Nothing here needs tracking down. I don't press and I don't strain. Gentle hours stay the same. The hours stay gentle. No demand and no signal. I don't hurry, I don't bend. Everything just calmly blends. Time moves open, clear and wide. Focus stays right here inside. The hours stay gentle. This is how the morning lives. Coffee rests beside my hand, like it understands the plan. Outside drifts in distant tone. Inside stays completely known. Thoughts arrive then lose their weight. Nothing here to dominate. I don't gather, I don't choose. Let them pass the way they move. I don't check how far I've gone. Motion doesn't need a name. Morning holds the quiet thread leading where it's already led. The hours stay gentle. No demand and no signal. I don't hurry, I don't bend. Everything just calmly blends. Time moves open, clear and wide. Focus stays right here inside. The hours stay gentle. This is how the morning lives. Work continues smooth and still. No resistance in the will. I remain with what is near. Not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light. Attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly know. Gentleness is how we go. I don't need to speed or slow. This direction already knows. Every quiet moment spent keeps the balance permanent. Light remains and so do I. Neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays. Gentle in 1,000 ways. The hours stay gentle. No demand and no signal. I don't hurry, I don't bend. Everything just calmly blends. Time moves open, clear and wide. Focus stays right here inside. The hours stay gentle. This is how the morning lives. Morning holds the gentle frame. Nothing hurried, nothing strained. Work goes on, calm and true. Gentle hours carry through. The pace feels reasonable here. It fits the room, the year. No rush in the light, no drag, just movement that lasts. The desk feels settled, well aligned. A cup, a screen, a quiet line. Nothing asking me to prove, nothing than forcing how I move. Outside the street keeps gentle time. Cars pass without display. The city moves like it understands there's more than one good way. I don't press against the moment, I don't stretch it thin. I stay where the rhythm matches the work I'm in. There's no push inside the hour, no need to overreach. Everything arrives already in reach. The pace feels reasonable here. I stay, I move through the open hours. This way, no pull towards something faster. No need to steer. The pace feels reasonable here. And clear, clear. And clear. Screens glow soft in neutral tones. The messages arrive and go. They don't pile up in my focus, they already know. Keys repeat a gentle rhythm, not fast enough to rush. Thoughts appear then drift apart without a push. Time doesn't narrow what I do, it stays wide and kind. It lets me work the way I work, one line at a time. If I slow, the flow remains. If I pause, nothing breaks. Everything keeps holding form at this pace. The pace feels reasonable here. I stay, I move through the open hours. This way, no pull towards something faster. No need to steer. The pace feels reasonable here. Coffee cools beside my hand, steam thinning into air. I don't hurry, what remains, it stays right there. Outside clouds don't organize, they drift without a plan. Neither do I, not just yet, I'm working where I am. One small task, then one again, no cue to accelerate. This is how the middle holds a workable state. I don't need the speed to rise, I don't need it slow. If it feels like this right now, I'll go. No rise, no fall, no sudden gear. Just staying here. The pace feels reasonable here. I stay, I move through the open hours. This way, no pull towards something faster. No need to steer. The pace feels reasonable here. And clear. Reasonable, I say. Reasonable this way. The work continues at a pace I can keep.
The light hangs low along the floor, not fading yet, not asking more. At rest in amber, wide and slow. An afterglow, the air feels calm, a little deep, like something I could keep. No rush beneath the passing tone, no edge I haven't known. I don't resist the lengthened shade. The afternoon has gently swayed. The brightness bends but doesn't break in every way. Still warm before evening, nothing
outside world is brushed with gold, its motion quiet, controlled. The sounds arrive like distant streams, soften dreams. I move through final afternoon lines, no pressure in the signs. The clarity remains intact in every act. I don't chase the sinking sun, the day is not undone. It simply rests in deeper tone, not alone. Still warm before evening, the air feels wide. No need to hide. Still warm before evening, the light is low but steady in its glow. Still warm before evening, the hours breathe with quiet ease. The stillness deepens through the hue, not fading out of view. It wraps around the golden scene of day's last beam. I'm not preparing for the night. The sky still holds its light. The warmth remains upon my skin from where we've been. Still warm before evening, the tone is kind, soft in mine. Still warm before evening, the calm stays near, balanced here. The sky leans low but not yet dim, the edges gently slim. The afternoon holds one